Everyone's focused on what other celebrities were involved, who's going to be named, who's going to be outed.
But you don't need to start just saying that you know something that you don't know. You wasn't in that car. I wasn't in that car, and it isn't right for him to put his hands on her or her to put his hands on him, and we don't know what the problem is. You're going to be dancing so hard.
I can't wait.
Let's talk about one of the most shocking scandals shaking up Hollywood, Diddy's list. It all started with the arrest of Sean Diddy Combs, the music mogul behind Bad Boy Records. His name has been associated with several shocking allegations, including racketeering and running a criminal enterprise. But when a supposed list of high-profile associates linked to his activities started circulating on social media, things got even more intense. Celebrities, A-list stars, and powerful figures are now under scrutiny. So, what's on this list, and why does it matter? The infamous list and its social media storm. In September 2024, Diddy was indicted on serious charges related to and organized crime. Shortly after, a list started to circulate on social media, allegedly containing the names of people connected to his illegal activities. This so-called Diddy's list quickly became a trending topic on platforms like Twitter and TikTok, where users speculated about its authenticity. People from all corners of the entertainment industry, actors, musicians, and even TV hosts were rumored to be on the list. While no official list has been confirmed, that didn't stop the internet from buzzing. Rumors spread like wildfire, with names being thrown around based purely on past associations with Diddy. One of the most surprising names that got tangled in this mess? Ellen DeGeneres. Though her inclusion on the list seems speculative, Ellen DeGeneres' friendship with Diddy has raised some eyebrows. Over the years, Diddy has appeared on the Ellen DeGeneres show several times. Their interactions were usually playful and lighthearted.
I don't see any proof of surfing. I just see you standing there acting like you've surfed.
But now, given the serious nature of Diddy's alleged crimes, those moments are being viewed in a different light. In fact, one tweet from Ellen, where she referred to Diddy as Cuddle McSnugglestuff, has resurfaced, sparking a wave of uncomfortable reactions from the public. It's hard not to feel that the once harmless nickname now carries a much darker undertone. Ellen has remained silent on the issue, but her name continues to pop up in online discussions surrounding Diddy's case. Some internet users are going as far as to claim she may know more than she's letting on. The release of the alleged list has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. For years, Diddy has been a titan in music, fashion, and business, but now his empire is crumbling. His arrest and the subsequent spread of this list have caused a panic among celebrities who were once close to him. Many are scrambling to distance themselves, deleting photos, tweets, and other evidence of their past connections. As the investigation into Diddy's activities deepens, we're starting to see the ripple effects across Hollywood. Stars who once proudly associated with him are now being scrutinized. Could this be the beginning of a larger unraveling in Hollywood's elite circles? That's the million-dollar question. And the list? It could just be the tip of the iceberg. For celebrities like Ellen, the legal ramifications may not be as severe yet. But as more evidence is uncovered, there's a chance that people who were once close to Diddy may be called upon to testify or even face charges themselves, depending on what comes to light.
So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties, you just haven't seemed to show up.
So, how deep does this scandal really go? Could Ellen's connection to Diddy be more than just an innocent friendship? Let's find out. Ellen DeGeneres, the friendship under scrutiny. Ellen DeGeneres and Sean Diddy Combs have been friends for years, but recent developments have placed their relationship under a magnifying glass. With Diddy's current legal troubles, which include charges of trafficking and racketeering, people are questioning whether Ellen's connection to the music mogul was as innocent as it once appeared. Over the years, Diddy made several appearances on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and while their interactions were always seen as playful and humorous, those moments are now being re-examined in a much more critical light. One moment that has really captured public attention is Ellen's 2016 birthday tweet for Diddy, where she referred to him as Cuddle McSnugglestuff. Back then, it was seen as just another one of Ellen's quirky nicknames, but in the wake of Diddy's legal issues, this playful banter now seems eerily inappropriate. Social media exploded with reactions to this tweet, with users expressing discomfort and even joking that Ellen may have known more about Diddy's activities than she let on. Ellen and Diddy's friendship has been very public. He was a frequent guest on her show, with one notable appearance in 2018 where Ellen jokingly chided him for being late to her parties.
Are you going to try to be early?
Yes, I'm trying to be early.
Are you going to be early for my party?
Yes, I am. No.
No.
You know I have to arrive fashionably late.
All right. Not too late, though.
Not too late?
Not too late, please.
What time would you like me there?
At the time, this seemed like harmless fun, but given Diddy's reputation for throwing wild celebrity-studded parties, it now raises questions. Did Ellen simply know Diddy as a fun-loving friend, or was there more to their relationship? These jokes about parties, paired with Diddy's alleged involvement in criminal activities, have fueled speculation that some of these Hollywood gatherings may not have been as innocent as they seemed. Online users are now connecting dots between Diddy's freak-off parties and Ellen's own Hollywood events. Could Ellen have been more closely involved in these elite gatherings than she's letting on? This is the kind of speculation that's gaining traction across social media. Unsurprisingly, Ellen has stayed silent about Diddy's legal issues, even as her nickname for him has taken on a new, uncomfortable meaning. Fans and internet users have been quick to point out how creepy the nickname now feels, given the serious allegations Diddy faces. And while Ellen is no stranger to controversy, especially after accusations about a toxic work environment on her show, this is yet another layer of scandal that's casting a shadow over her public image.
Because, you know, once you get there, the party really starts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I promise you I'm not going to let you down on this big one.
But what about the internet's role in all of this? Could the viral resurfacing of clips and tweets reveal more about their relationship than we thought? Resurfacing evidence, the internet's role. Clips of Diddy's past appearances on the Ellen DeGeneres show are also making the rounds on TikTok and Twitter. Some moments that once seemed funny or awkward now feel suspicious. For example, in one episode, Ellen and Diddy discussed his habit of showing up late to her parties. While that exchange was purely comedic at the time, it now invites speculation about what kinds of things were really happening at these events, especially considering the allegations against Diddy's own notorious gatherings. Internet users have also started dissecting old photos of Ellen and Diddy together at various events, fueling theories that these celebrities may have shared more than just casual friendship. Even though Ellen hasn't commented on the resurfaced content, the internet is drawing connections that mainstream media might have overlooked. The resurgence of these clips and tweets has led to a flood of memes, online discussions, and conspiracy theories about the true nature of Ellen and Diddy's relationship.
You see me and you just know I'm a brother.
Love Diddy.
You just love.
Diddy love,
No,
Puffy.
just love.
You know you're going to bring Diddy and Puffy back.
Reddit threads and TikTok videos are full of users connecting dots, often making wild claims that Ellen might have been more deeply involved in Hollywood's dark side than anyone suspected. While these claims remain unverified, social media has a way of amplifying speculation, and even baseless theories can shape public perception. As a result, Ellen's silence on the issue is only fueling the fire, with people wondering why she hasn't addressed the situation directly. So, could the internet's digging really lead to something bigger? Are these resurfaced moments just coincidences, or do they hint at a deeper connection? We'll take a closer look at Ellen's infamous Hollywood parties and why people are starting to question what really went on behind the scenes. Ellen's Hollywood parties, a deeper dive.
Hello, Sean Diddy Combs. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, thank you. Do you like being scared? I'm not gonna scare you.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, I know. I'm not gonna do it. I have to thank you because the last time you were here, you turned me onto Twitter. I knew nothing about Twitter, and now it is so much fun. I'm playing so many games, and I get to give things away and help people out.
Yeah, you get to connect to the people. You get to
Hollywood parties are often depicted as glamorous, exclusive events attended by the who's who of the entertainment world. Ellen's parties were no exception. They were known to attract A-list celebrities, including Diddy himself. On several occasions, Ellen joked on her show about how Diddy would always arrive late to her parties, but the fun would truly begin once he showed up. At the time, these exchanges seemed harmless, but in light of recent events, they have raised eyebrows. Some reports and online discussions suggest that these elite gatherings may have been more than just casual hangouts. While there's no direct evidence of wrongdoing at Ellen's parties, conspiracy theories have begun to circulate. People are asking questions about what really happens at these high-profile Hollywood events and whether Ellen knew more about Diddy's alleged misconduct than she's let on. One of the key moments that resurfaced is a 2018 episode of The Ellen DeGeneres Show, where Ellen playfully confronted Diddy about his party behavior. In that episode, Ellen teased Diddy for being late to her gatherings, hinting that he was the life of the party and the festivities didn't really start until he arrived. Diddy's response was equally playful, promising Ellen that her next party would be unforgettable.
Because, you know, once you get there, the party really starts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I promise you I'm not gonna let you down on this big one.
But as more details about Diddy's personal life come to light, these once amusing comments are being viewed with much more suspicion. It's important to remember that these interactions were public and, on the surface, seemed innocent. But given the rumors swirling around Diddy's own parties, some people are wondering if there was more going on behind the scenes at Ellen's gatherings as well. The internet has been ablaze with conspiracy theories about Hollywood's elite circles. Many of these theories focus on high-profile figures like Ellen, who are known for hosting star-studded events. Some believe that these gatherings are more than just networking opportunities. They could be environments where inappropriate behavior takes place under the guise of a party.
Are you strict? Do you let, because obviously you can give them anything they want. Do you make them realize that everything is not readily available?
It's a mix of fact and fiction, but the mere association with someone like Diddy, who is currently facing serious accusations, has been enough to fuel the fire around Ellen's events. Could Ellen's involvement go deeper than just attending and hosting parties? What are the legal implications for her as Diddy's investigation unfolds? Legal implications. Could Ellen be investigated? The legal stakes surrounding Sean Diddy Combs' case are sky high, and the implications stretch far beyond just the music mogul himself. Diddy is facing charges related to widespread misconduct, and these accusations have caused a ripple effect throughout Hollywood. The big question is, could Ellen DeGeneres, given her long-standing friendship with Diddy, find herself entangled in the legal fallout?
How are you?
You know how to make an entrance. It's always with sunglasses and then you take them off.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I like it.
You like it?
I like it.
That's right. You know, I have a question for you.
I'll have an answer.
Do you know how many times I've been on this show?
I'm going to guess 20. How many?
27 times. 27.
Wow. Wow.
Diddy's case has sparked public interest because of its potential to expose more high-profile individuals. Hollywood figures connected to him, even if only through casual friendships or social circles, may come under scrutiny as prosecutors work to build their case. Legal experts have weighed in on how investigations of this nature often aim to uncover as much about an individual's network as possible. This means that Ellen, who has been photographed with Diddy at parties and events for years, could be questioned or called to testify. While there's no direct indication that Ellen is involved in anything illegal, her association with Diddy has become a point of conversation. Racketeering cases often explore the broader web of connections surrounding the main figure, and anyone who has close ties might find themselves facing legal inquiries. It's important to remember that Ellen has already faced significant public backlash in the past. In 2020, her daytime show was rocked by allegations of a toxic work environment, which severely damaged her reputation and led to a drop in ratings. Now, with her name being brought up in discussions around Diddy's case, it's possible that her past controversies could resurface, painting her in an even more unfavorable light. Even though Ellen's connection to Diddy appears to be largely social, her proximity to him during this tumultuous time has opened the door to speculation. Public opinion could turn against her if she's seen as complicit in any way, even by mere association. Celebrities often distance themselves from scandal, but in Ellen's case, her public friendship with Diddy is already well documented. One of the most concerning aspects of Diddy's legal battle is the far-reaching nature of racketeering cases. Prosecutors often aim to build a case that highlights a pattern of misconduct, and anyone seen as facilitating or covering up that behavior might also be pulled into the investigation. While there's no suggestion that Ellen is involved in any illegal activity, her ties to Diddy and attendance at some of the same social events make her a person of interest in the public's eyes. Federal prosecutors have a history of targeting not just the main suspect, but also their close associates in high-profile cases like this one. It's possible that Ellen could be asked to provide testimony or answer questions about her knowledge of Diddy's activities. This is where things could get tricky for her, as even a perceived association with misconduct could lead to legal or reputational consequences. So, could Ellen really face legal consequences? Or is her reputation the only thing at stake? How will she navigate these public challenges as Diddy's case unfolds? The social and career impact on Ellen's reputation, once untouchable, began to unravel in 2020 when allegations surfaced about a toxic work environment on the Ellen DeGeneres show. These accusations caused a massive public relations crisis, leading to a loss of viewers and declining ratings. Ellen addressed these allegations on her show, offering apologies and promises to improve, but the damage was done. Her image as a cheerful and benevolent figure took a significant hit. Now, with her association with Diddy being scrutinized, Ellen's brand could suffer even further. Social media has been particularly unkind to her in recent months, with many people wondering why she hasn't distanced herself more openly from Diddy since his legal troubles became public. In the age of cancel culture, public figures must be cautious about their associations, and Ellen's silence on the Diddy situation has not gone unnoticed. Public opinion polls show that Ellen's favorability has dropped significantly since the workplace controversy. The Diddy connection could compound this issue, as many fans and former viewers are expressing disappointment in her continued silence.
Great. So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up.
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that? Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
No,
it'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then the after party.
Mm-hmm. No, I know about them.
On platforms like Twitter and Instagram, users have called out Ellen for not addressing her friendship with Diddy in the wake of his legal battles. Some have even accused her of trying to avoid the subject entirely, which only adds to the perception that she may be hiding something. This situation presents a serious challenge for Ellen's attempts to revive her career. After the end of her talk show in 2022, Ellen has worked on rebranding herself, including releasing a Netflix stand-up special. However, any momentum she was building may be slowed by her connection to Diddy. The longer she remains silent, the more likely the public is to speculate and assume the worst. There are several ways Ellen might attempt to distance herself from the controversy. First, she could release a public statement clarifying her relationship with Diddy and denouncing any illegal activities he may have been involved in. This kind of preemptive action might help her regain some of the trust she's lost. Additionally, Ellen could choose to be more selective about her public appearances and partnerships, ensuring that she is not seen alongside any controversial figures moving forward. Some experts believe that if Ellen acts swiftly and decisively, she could avoid further damage to her career. However, waiting too long to address the issue might allow the speculation to spiral out of control. making it even harder for her to bounce back. Whether or not Ellen can revive her career after this latest controversy is uncertain. Historically, some celebrities have been able to recover from major scandals, while others have not been so lucky. For instance, figures like Tiger Woods managed to regain public favor after a fall from grace, while others like Lance Armstrong never fully recovered. Ellen's trajectory will largely depend on how she handles the next few months, and whether she can convince the public that she remains a trustworthy figure. Could this be the final blow to Ellen's career, or does she still have a chance to rebuild? How deep do the speculations about her involvement with Hollywood's elite really go? Speculations and conspiracy theories. The public's wild theories. One of the most persistent theories circulating online involves secretive Hollywood circles. Many believe that elite parties like those hosted by Diddy and Ellen are not just glamorous social events but cover-ups for darker activities. According to these theorists, these gatherings serve as hubs for high-profile figures to engage in inappropriate behavior, shielded by their wealth and fame.
Halloween's coming up.
Yes.
Is this a true story? I want to know. I heard you're scared of clowns.
No.
I heard that.
Impossible.
Why is it impossible?
Because I'm a black man.
You can be scared.
I have so many other things to be fearful of. A clown is not going to scare me.
Really?
Yes. I'm not afraid of clowns.
But I heard that you were.
While these claims are speculative at best, the internet's ability to blend fact and fiction has caused many to question the true nature of these parties. Some online users have even suggested that Ellen and Diddy's long-standing friendship could indicate deeper involvement in these elite circles. These theories, though unproven, have fueled the narrative that Hollywood's biggest stars may not be as innocent as they appear. Platforms like TikTok, Reddit, and Twitter have become the main sources of these conspiracy theories. Users share videos dissecting Ellen and Diddy's past interactions, analyzing their body language, and revisiting old interviews for hidden clues. These digital detectives often piece together information that mainstream media misses, creating viral content that sparks public curiosity. However, the downside of this rapid spread of information is that it can often blur the lines between what's real and what's imagined. With millions of views and likes on some of these posts, it's easy for speculation to be taken as fact. Theories linking Ellen to larger Hollywood scandals are particularly popular, despite the lack of concrete evidence to support them. While these conspiracy theories might seem far-fetched, they have a real impact on public perception. As more people share and engage with this content, Ellen's reputation continues to be scrutinized. Social media plays a powerful role in shaping how celebrities are viewed, and the viral nature of these posts keeps Ellen's name tied to Diddy's scandal. So, what does this mean for Diddy's once untouchable career? And is there a deeper connection linking him to other high-profile figures with similar allegations? That's exactly what we're about to explore as we dive into Diddy's unsettling links to Jeffrey Epstein, the Epstein connection. Now let's dive into one of the most shocking aspects of the Diddy case, the growing conspiracy theories linking him to Jeffrey Epstein. Both men stand accused of deeply disturbing operations involving the exploitation and manipulation of vulnerable individuals, which has led many to draw parallels between their cases. First off, the accusations against Diddy share some eerie similarities to those levied against Epstein. Both men are alleged to have used their wealth, power, and vast networks to exploit women and young people. Epstein's notorious parties on his private island involved high-profile guests, underage girls, and allegations of sexual trafficking on an international scale. Diddy, while not accused of the same kind of global trafficking, is said to have hosted similar freak-off parties, where drugs, manipulation, and sexual abuse were rampant. Some conspiracy theorists argue that Diddy's parties were smaller scale but reflected the same power dynamics and exploitation as Epstein's infamous gatherings. In both cases, we see a pattern of using social influence to draw in not only victims but other powerful individuals who either turned a blind eye or participated. For many conspiracy theorists, the parallels are too striking to ignore. Conspiracies run wild when high-profile figures like Diddy and Epstein are involved, largely because of the secrecy surrounding their personal lives and the hidden nature of their alleged crimes. In the case of Epstein, leaked flight logs and testimonies revealed a long list of famous guests, from politicians to actors. The question some are now asking is, was Diddy on that list? Could he have been involved in similar activities? As of now, no one has uncovered any verifiable proof of Diddy visiting Epstein's island. But in the court of public opinion, that hasn't stopped the rumors from spreading. Some argue that the legal trouble Diddy now finds himself in could be a result of trying to cover up connections to a much larger, more sinister network, a theory that draws disturbing parallels to how Epstein operated before his arrest.
Well, I have kept this secret for like 14 years. I mean, the first time I experienced it was 2010.
One of the most gripping conspiracy theories about both Diddy and Epstein is the idea that they ran blackmail networks. In Epstein's case, it's widely speculated that his lavish parties were a front for a larger operation designed to capture compromising material on the rich and powerful. Hidden cameras, secret recordings, and vulnerable guests. These were allegedly used to exert control over high-profile individuals. Similarly, some conspiracy theorists believe that Diddy's freak-off parties could have served the same purpose. The theory goes that these parties weren't just for Diddy's pleasure, but were elaborate traps set up to blackmail others. The events were allegedly recorded, with video evidence of powerful guests engaging in illegal or immoral acts. This supposed leverage could be used for business deals, political favors, or simply as insurance to keep people loyal. Of course, like many conspiracy theories, this one is rooted in speculation rather than concrete evidence. But given Epstein's well-known use of blackmail, many believe Diddy might have adopted a similar strategy, using his influence to manipulate not just victims, but fellow celebrities and business leaders. But this conspiracy goes deeper. Could Diddy's downfall be linked to powerful figures trying to cover up their own involvement? And are there more connections between Diddy and Epstein that have yet to surface? Follow along as we look into how Epstein's mysterious death may have set the stage for the danger Diddy now faces behind bars. Epstein's death and risks for Diddy in jail. Let's talk about one of the most controversial elements in the Diddy case, the risks he faces while in jail, and how it mirrors the situation of Jeffrey Epstein before his death. The parallels between their cases have fueled even more speculation and conspiracy theories. Jeffrey Epstein's death in 2019 at the Metropolitan Correctional Center, or MCC in Manhattan, sparked intense controversy. Officially, his death was ruled as self-inflicted, but from the start, many people suspected foul play.
Breaking news this hour, officials say multimillionaire Jeffrey Epstein has taken his own life.
Epstein, who was facing sex trafficking charges involving minors, had powerful connections across politics, entertainment, and finance. The idea that he could have been murdered to protect others involved in his criminal activities spread quickly. The fact that Epstein had previously been on watch but wasn't monitored properly at the time of his death only added to the public's distrust of the official story. Many believe he was silenced to protect high-profile individuals linked to his trafficking ring. Now, fast forward to 2024, and we see similar concerns rising with Diddy. After his arrest on charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, he was placed in the Metropolitan Detention Center, or MDC in Brooklyn, a facility notorious for harsh conditions and previous incidents of inmates taking their own lives. As with Epstein, people are worried about Diddy's safety while he awaits trial. Could Diddy be at risk of being silenced the same way conspiracy theorists believe Epstein was? These questions have been floating around online, with some even using the term Epstein to describe the potential danger Diddy faces while in custody.
The biggest thing with all this is he going to get Epsteined.
There had to be some real celebrities that were there,
Well, he has
involved?
tapes on people.
In response to these concerns, Diddy has been placed on watch, despite reports that he isn't showing any signs of self-harm tendencies. According to his legal team, the decision is routine for high-profile inmates facing serious charges, and it's meant as a precautionary measure. But many are skeptical, viewing it as eerily similar to what happened to Epstein. So, What is being done to ensure Diddy's safety? Since his arrest, Diddy has been under close watch at the MDC, a facility that has been criticized for its unsafe conditions. The jail has struggled with violence, poor staffing, and several instances of self-harm in recent years. To mitigate the risks, Diddy has been placed in a special housing unit, or SHU, which provides heightened security and isolation from the general inmate population. These units are designed to protect inmates at risk of harm, either from themselves or others. In addition to his placement in the SHU, Diddy is being monitored 24/7 by prison staff. This includes regular checks, constant video surveillance, and the use of a safety smock, a garment that cannot be used for self-harm. These measures are intended to prevent any incidents, especially given the high-profile nature of his case and the global attention it has drawn. However, while these precautions are in place, the Metropolitan Detention Center itself has been described as hell on earth by former inmates and critics alike. Reports detail overcrowding, frequent lockdowns, and a lack of basic services, raising concerns about whether the facility is truly equipped to prevent another tragic incident like Epstein's.
There have been 2 murders, 4 suicides, and numerous stabbings and lockdowns in recent years.
But before we move further, let's rewind a bit. What relationship did Diddy have with Justin Bieber? What was Bieber doing spending so much time with Diddy as a teenager, and why is this raising concerns now? That's where we're heading next, so don't go anywhere. Early connection between Diddy and Bieber. The relationship between Sean Diddy Combs and Justin Bieber stretches back to when Bieber was a teenager, and it has now come under heavy scrutiny. When Bieber was only 15, he found himself spending time with Diddy, who was over 40 at the time. One of the most discussed moments from their time together is a resurfaced 2009 video where Diddy talks about how he was given custody of Bieber for 48 hours.
I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me, so
Diddy even jokes about going full crazy and not being able to disclose what they were doing during the time. Although at the time, this might have seemed harmless to some, in light of the serious allegations against Diddy, fans are revisiting these moments with growing concern. Several videos have resurfaced in the wake of Diddy's sex trafficking charges, and fans are now viewing them in a much darker light. In the 2009 clip, Diddy makes cryptic remarks about spending time with Bieber, which many find unsettling. Diddy, an established industry mogul referring to Bieber as being under his custody, has raised serious questions, especially now that Diddy faces allegations of exploiting vulnerable individuals. Another clip from a 2016 party has also gone viral, in which Bieber, visibly awkward, smiles as Diddy talks about their plans to go out and get some girls. While these moments were perhaps brushed off at the time as part of Bieber's rise in the entertainment industry, they now add fuel to conspiracy theories about what was really happening behind the scenes. Fans are questioning why a teenager was spending so much time in such situations with someone far older, and whether Bieber might have been taken advantage of. The reaction from fans in the media has been swift and critical. On platforms like X, formerly Twitter, users are expressing their shock, calling the videos creepy and disturbing. Some fans are openly wondering why no one stepped in to protect Bieber during his teenage years, particularly given Diddy's influence and wealth. Bieber's apparent discomfort in the resurfaced clips has only added to the concern, with many seeing it as a sign that something more sinister may have been happening. Despite the growing attention surrounding these videos and the charges against Diddy, Justin Bieber has remained conspicuously silent. Sources close to him suggest that Bieber is focused on his family and personal life, especially after recently becoming a father. However, fans are left speculating about the reasons behind his silence. Given Bieber's traumatic experiences in the music industry, which he has spoken about in the past, some wonder if there is more to the story than meets the eye. Bieber's decision to not publicly address the issue has left a gap that fans and critics alike are eager to fill. Whether he is avoiding the controversy to protect his own mental health or to distance himself from Diddy's legal troubles remains unclear. Still, his silence only adds more layers to the mystery surrounding his past relationship with Diddy. But while fans speculate, The legal case against Diddy continues to evolve. In the next chapter, we'll dive into the latest bombshell testimonies and new developments that could send shockwaves through the entire music industry. Could these new testimonies reveal more high-profile names involved? What other shockwaves might these developments send across the entertainment industry? Stick around, because it's about to get even more explosive. Broader news about the case and new developments. Sean Diddy Combs' legal issues reached a new height in September 2024, when he was formally arrested and charged with sex trafficking, racketeering, and running a criminal enterprise. The charges stemmed from a long-running investigation that began in 2023 after Cassie Ventura, Diddy's former girlfriend, filed a lawsuit accusing him of years of physical and sexual abuse. Federal authorities raided Diddy's homes in Beverly Hills and Miami, uncovering disturbing evidence that tied him to a network of exploitation. One of the most significant elements of Diddy's legal battle is the growing number of testimonies from alleged victims. Some victims have claimed they were coerced into participating in freak-off parties, events allegedly orchestrated by Diddy that involved drugs, manipulation, and sexual exploitation. These testimonies provide a detailed and disturbing account of the culture of abuse that Diddy allegedly fostered within his inner circle. Perhaps most shockingly, some male sex workers have come forward with claims of exploitation, complicating the case even further. Their accounts point to a broader, more systematic form of abuse, where both men and women were subjected to Diddy's control. These testimonies could be pivotal in securing a conviction, especially given the weight of the accusations that have now been made public. There has also been significant discussion around the broader implications of the case for the entertainment industry. Some argue that Diddy's arrest is part of a larger reckoning within the music world, echoing the impact of the #MeToo movement on Hollywood. They say the power dynamics at play are finally being exposed, and more individuals might soon be held accountable for years of unchecked abuse. As the legal proceedings move forward, there are a few possible outcomes for Diddy. Some legal experts believe that, given the severity of the charges and the growing pile of evidence, Diddy may seek a plea deal to avoid the lengthy and damaging process of a full trial. If he does go to trial and is convicted, he could face decades in prison, effectively ending his career and leaving his legacy in tatters. On the other hand, Diddy's legal team is working tirelessly to challenge the charges, claiming that the allegations are part of a coordinated effort to tarnish his name. They have suggested that Diddy is a target because of his wealth and influence,